I'm Diane Thompson, registered dietitian and healthy living coach of kickbutthealthcoach.com. You know, most people eat too much sugar, but how much is too much and how do you know? Well, we're going to talk about 7 signs that you are eating too much. For more tips on how to get to a healthy weight and stay there without starving or stepping into a gym, subscribe to this channel. The average American is eating 152 pounds of sugar each year. That's the equivalent of 3 pounds per week. So I want you, the next time you go to the grocery store, go find a 5-pound bag of sugar and envision about 2/3 of that. That's how much sugar you eat in 1 week. So how much is too much and how can you tell? Well, I'm going to give you 7 tips. And the 7th one is, I think, the biggest surprise. So you want to make sure you stick to the end. So the biggest problem with sugar is that it's hidden in so many foods. It's disguised as so many different names. I'm going to share with you 15 of them, and I'm not even sure I've mentioned all of the ones that replace the word sugar on a label. So corn sweetener, that's probably not too much of a surprise because the word sweet is in there. Dextrin or dextrose, diglycerides, disaccharides, evaporated cane juice, once again, probably not a big surprise there, fructose, glucose, high fructose corn syrup, hydrolyzed starch, malt syrup, maltodextrin, maltose, rice syrup, sorbitol, and sucrose. So those are that's about 15 of them. So how do you know that you're getting too much? Well, the first symptom is that you are probably craving sugar or carbohydrates. The thing is that sugar is very addictive and it really looks like and causes a dopamine response in your brain. And what that does is it's a feel-good hormone. And it actually, if you look at the brain on sugar and the brain on cocaine, they look very much the same. So the same parts of the brain light up when you eat sugar and when you use cocaine. So it's definitely addictive. And the more you eat, the more you want. So that's a pretty big sign of addiction. It stimulates the release of insulin, which is very inflammatory. And when you get a big spike in insulin, you get a big drop in blood sugar, and that makes you hungry and you eat more. So that's number 1. Number 2 is you usually have a lack of energy or tired, or you get tired. So the sugar blocks chemicals in your brain that are responsible for being awake. So, and here's the thing, if you're tired, you're going to be less inclined to want to do exercise. Protein does the opposite. So that's why people are talking a lot about including some protein when you eat carbs. And that's probably some really good advice. The third symptom that you're getting too much sugar in your diet is weight gain. So there's for sure when you're getting too much sugar, you're getting too many calories, and that's going to cause weight gain. And it gets stored as body fat, right? And the other thing that happens is you have a hormone called leptin. There's a lot of information about it right now, but one of the things that leptin is responsible for is to give you the cue to stop eating. So sugar suppresses leptin, so you're more likely to eat more because leptin has been suppressed. So that's another thing is weight gain. The fourth thing, and this one might come as a little bit of a surprise for you, is that you get sick more often, because one of the things that sugar also does is it suppresses your immune system by reducing white blood cells. And white blood cells are responsible for killing viruses and bacteria and stuff. It's part of your defense system against those little critters that want to make you sick. So the more sugar you eat, you're probably getting sick more often. The fifth thing is that it dulls your taste buds. So after 1 month of cutting down the amount of sugar you're eating, food is going to taste so much sweeter without it. So you're probably going to notice that fruit seems sweeter than it ever has, and you're just going to enjoy the natural flavors in food so much more when you cut back on the amount of sugar you're eating. Number 6. Now, if you're affected by brain fog, it's probably because you're eating too much sugar. So in 2 months of eating a lot of sugar, there's a reduction in brain function. So sugar makes you more stupid. I don't know if you ever thought of it this way, but it makes you more stupid, you could say, by altering chemicals in your brain responsible for learning and memory. Imagine that. So you can't blame getting older for your brain fog anymore. Look at your diet and see where sugar's creeping into your diet that you might not even be aware of. Start with the processed foods that you have in your cupboard. And then the last one, which I said is probably going to be the biggest surprise for many of you, is skin problems. One of the things that happens when you're eating a lot of sugar is it actually ages you. And here's how. It makes your skin look a lot older by decreasing the elasticity in your skin. Okay, so you're going to wrinkle up sooner. Now, who wants that? It can cause acne and dermatitis, which is just a inflammation of your skin. So acne, what happens is when you have too much sugar around, once again, the insulin goes up, and hormones called androgens produce more oil. And then if you have blockage in any of the pores, that's when you get acne. So if you're an adult with acne, that's another great place. It's not the only place, but it's a place to start being a detective and seeing what might be causing your skin issues. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and for more tips and more information like this. Talk to you soon.